Welcome back to the Call of the Wild 2025 Predator Pursuit. This is the final episode where we aim to get a gold of every predator species in the entire game, and we start here on Cuatro Colinas, targeting Iberian wolves to kick us off. Well, finally, after like a good 45 minutes, we found some wolf tracks. This is the point of doing this in multiplayer. We can't just cheese drink zones, we have to go out and look for them. I'm hoping this pack will just come after us, but you know, we've got the 44 lever action. If they take off, they don't run that fast, we can probably get into position. But let's hope we don't have to worry about that. Oh, they were in there. They're gonna take off. Sometimes you get them moving slow like that one did. Looks like they're pretty much cruising. Can see a level 7. 150 would be, you know, tough to get the lead rate and everything with the 44. I want to see, there's a 6. Got that 7. So there's only one guaranteed chance, and it is the level 7. Let's try to get a little bit closer and punch that through. They're kind of running like an angle out that way, sort of like this, so we can cut them off and maybe make this a 75 meter shot. They turned a little bit. That's 100. I think this could get through. A little bit of an angle. Felt pretty good about that. Let's hit him again just in case. I think that's going to be long, because I'm actually not entirely certain. There's a 6 if it comes to it. I would have thought one of those would have been solid enough, so we'll see where the pack goes to and if this guy's gonna get the job done. But man, just a complete and utter lack of Iberian wolves. I was starting to go up towards the river up here because I see them resting like across the river anytime I ever hunt there. Didn't need to get that far, and I see plenty of blood. It's actually showing vital blood both times. I'm amazed he didn't drop faster with that potent 44 round, but one Iberian wolf, 1 gold at 36.79. It was right lung and then double lung. These guys are just bulkier than I thought. I can't. I got nothing to say about that. Anyway, continuing on. We gotta go to Verhunga. Hey, that was a derpy looking thing. Jackals are on the list too. Now the plan out here on Verhunga Savannah is simple. It's 8 AM on this server. We're going to kind of run around, see if we can stumble into a potential gold jackal. If we can find a pack, that would be excellent. And as we do it, I think there's a real chance we just find a gold lion in the process. But if not, once we hit lion drink time here in about a real-time hour, we'll hopefully go and get that and then return to jackal hunting. Warthog down there, not quite what we need. So we've got potential. It's a just now track, 10 to 12 kilo on this jackal. Need to figure out where he ran at, and maybe it's through here? That kind of makes sense. Yeah, that's a run track. And we're rocking with the 22H. So in theory, if we have to, we can knock him down and get that follow-up. We do that on foxes and stuff like that all the time. But I've been hunting through like all this thick brush, all that stuff back there behind us. I find jackals in that stuff a lot when I'm tracking other species on Verhunga. So that's kind of what led me to it. And now the question is, with this weight estimate, does this guy go level 6, level 7? Oh, there he is. He is a 7. So now we need the shot. He's moving a little quicker than I'd like to take. Did a lion send him up through there? Oh, I think so. Not one that we can have for our gold here. I saw him again for a second. Talk about thick brush. Now he's in thick grass. He went into that grass and shook us pretty good. He's doing all kinds of weird stuff here. I don't know if he doubled over some old tracks. Right back into thick grass again. We saw that just now. He's not too far ahead of us, but gotta hope we keep on the right tracks. We're looking okay for now. There's our jackal, finally just kind of casually moving down there. Staying in the brush where he's not super easy to see. I think I'd like to be within, ideally, like 75. We can, of course, with the 22H, 0, 50, 100, or 150, but if we could get somewhere in that 75 range, I feel pretty comfortable. Here's the thing. He gets into that thick brush, for all intents and purposes, he's gone. So he's going to go alert there. I think if we could get broadside, maybe it's reasonable. That's 0 for 100. See if we can actually catch him broadside. I don't like the frontal angle. I really like broadside, like standing still too, so we don't have to rush it. Went back nervous. We can gain a few more yards on him. Actually, is he going to come this way? Sometimes that happens. When animals nervous, if you make them go alert, they'll change their mind and do something different. He went back alert. I don't think we're punching through at that. And I do not, after all the time we've chased him, want to end up not getting the gold on this. That's what I was hoping for. He is actually coming back our way. Gonna get settled into this brush where we can't be seen. He can't be seen right now either, but eventually he comes up through here. He'll be in view. It's a pretty good opening there on the left. Let's see if we can get eyes on him again. There we go. That's 50. 0450. We can stay hidden because he's good in broadside. I think that would be best. Stopping right there. Hit him again for good measure. I don't think it was needed. We had the 22H polymer tip rounds. Just felt like for Jackal, a 22 Hornet was a kind of cool option. And based on the amount of blood there, I think it was a good option. So, what do you know? Not as bad as I expected. 25.19 gold, double lung, followed by double lung and heart, just in case. Tracked him for almost 2.5 kilometers. But, gold Jackal down, we need a gold lion now. I don't think I've mentioned it. For that, we've got the 470. So, can't just blast him forever away, but I don't think it should be a huge deal. I can head, let's see, maybe just actually up this way. Try to find one resting. Just a little lioness. Let's try to set up the e-collar and try to bring her in, but problem is, she's kind of looping around and she's going to get our wind, so let's get the 470 0 for 100. If we can see what we're doing here, hopefully she'll stop. Maybe when she does catch our wind, there she's slowing to a walk. That'll be good enough. 50 to 75 dropping. I would say that was a long shot. Was that track in front of us a lion track? It is. That's also from a lioness, so I guess not particularly useful. If we, I was gonna say if we had an ethical weapon, we don't, but amazingly, we didn't drop that because we hit way too far back. Better hit that again. Oh boy. One of those accomplished something. There was a vital hit somewhere in there. Can't imagine what the session score on that's gonna be. More than I thought. Hit it in the intestines. And then some kind of skull and lung shot? That's bizarre. Well, anyway, got a dead lion laying up here. And already getting way more use, thanks to the Gensbuck, out of our 470 than expected. That was double lung, 87 meters away, so I don't think we'll have any issue with that, if we call in a male lion. Finding jackal tracks, no matter what we do now. So, we got about 20 minutes till lions start to drink. Gonna just keep on moving through here, see if we maybe spot another one out in the distance. That's pretty close. Certainly gonna be in 470 range. Gonna make sure we got this thing ready. It's 0 for 50 meters. And I'm not sure if he's maybe trying to head to the lake. He probably is. It's almost 12:30. Can't hear footsteps. Oh, there he is. Just cruising through. That's a level 7. That would be exactly what we need. Just gotta make sure we get this shot in there. Get that lead right on the walk. Dropped him right there in his tracks. There we go. 470 hard shot on a lion. That just feels perfect as a way to head off from Virunga and to the final map for our predator pursuit here. And that is to Yukon Valley, as another lion calls. If he didn't spook, I was maybe going to hit him with the e-collar, but we've got plenty to do. Chasing grizzly bears, red foxes, and of course we need to get a gray wolf in addition to our Iberian from earlier. This guy, we shot through both lungs and the heart, 69 meters, 45 score, nice. And off to Yukon we go. And so we've got an excellent view, we've got a nice array of firearms. We have the 300 canning mag for grizzly bear, brought the 450 for gray wolves, and we have the LaPerriere 3030 for red fox. So there's potential we could find kind of all those species sort of up in this area. So that's where we're going to focus, and we're not going to try to get too deep into the weeds, just chasing one thing. Whatever we find first, we'll go after. Just like that, we're onto some wolf tracks. Ooh, 67 to 80 kilo, that would be the max weight estimate. Just check on the disturbed veg. It is the brown fur, which with the redone wolf models is actually my favorite of the commons. Now, see if we can catch up with them. Throw some extra interesting aspects into this. There's a 8 to 12 fox track, which certainly has a chance. Gotta figure out where the heck these wolves got to still. I think that's their tracks going across this hillside. So we'll have to circle back, but it's got some decent potential. Finally eyes on one of these things. It's a 7. Is he gonna spin back around our way? We know there's a bigger one in there, but like, maybe? Looks like the time might get reset. We're gonna take that, because that will make the tracks disappear. Now, the animals won't warp if, you know, you're in render of them, basically. So they're not gonna go anywhere, but it might get tough to find them. But at the very least, because we got that vital hit, our gold gray wolf is checked off the list. I wouldn't be surprised if they wrap around this water and end up in view. 37.04 gold, double lung, liver, and stomach. Now, as things are likely to change here, where did even the rest of them go? Oh, well, that answers that. Wasn't gonna miss out on anything, even if the time did get reset. Why is everything stuck here? I didn't know this area caused that. Well, we're not gonna get crazy with hunting pressure. We will take our max estimate 7 double lung, and I guess maybe the time isn't gonna get reset, so we go back and try to get on that fox track. So I changed my mind here, and I think it may have been the right call. Level 7 grizzly out there. What I thought we'd do is go after grizzlies first. Oh, actually, well, never mind, doesn't make sense. It had been like 1600, and those fellas were about to go drink, but now it's 8 a.m., so forget about that. But level 7 grizzly, that's still what we need. I'd like to call him in close. There ain't much you can hide in here in the burnt forest, but you know, if we can get him into 50 or whatever, that'd be a lot cooler than just blasting him in the distance. Why the heck is the grizzly bear call an elk bugle? That's awfully strange. I don't know if he's coming in or not. He ran down over that hill. That's less cool than I thought when that's going off. Let's just pick that up and go track him down. That's probably our guy. 60 to 90 away? I almost wonder, because Tibetan Fox did this. I wonder if that's meant to be a warning call? Because it's a little bit like downwind. Let's get the 300 canning mag ready. Get into a little bit of cover here. Maybe pop up. Can we see him? Yeah, there he is. Level 7 alert. Oh goodness, there's a moose in the way. If he'll stand up or like literally anything that's not directly behind that moose. He's facing us. Went back to attentive. Maybe in that gap there. Stop for just long enough. I think that 300 round goes through the shoulder. It will. Well, I was hoping to get to, you know, maybe take out the male and the female that were traveling together there, but what had happened was they were going down, because the time was almost 8 a.m. They were going down to drink, like, in this swamp. Probably never even made it there, because it got to be like 8:30. They left. Long track later, and we have a guaranteed gold grizzly, especially with that vital blood. And now one remains, and that, of course, is the red fox. So, for that, we've got the LaPerriere 3030, and that almost looks like a fox track there. That could be useful. We'll probably go and follow that. So, first things first, our grizzly is a gold 62.24. Couldn't quite get the heart shot, just the angle he was standing at. Had to go for it. Now, let's go see if this red fox is a level 6 or better. By the way, the female is also 8 to 12 kilo. Maybe spooked them twice, because I think we had fresh fleeing. But they would have spooked at the shot, so they'd be a little bit out ahead of us, but both of them have a chance of being gold. Unfortunately, it's just brushy enough. It's going to take a little longer to find out. Oh, the female is a 6. 9 to 12 estimate's pretty encouraging as well. Just going to have the 30-30 ready. Unlike the jackal, we shouldn't have much problem staying within like 50 or so and getting that shot. Just saw the male too, but one thing at a time here. We're probably going to try to get them both regardless. Feels like this will be the spot. Let's grab the 30-30. They're going down this little hill. And I would think when they come back up the other side, we'll get a good visual on them. Did they cut down more through the middle of that stuff? There they are. That's the male. He's a 6. 10 to 13 is a guarantee, actually. Felt great about that shot. Dropped him. Where did the female go? Is that her? Rolled her. Think we got her too. So at least we got to do at least one double. But we should have our gold red fox. You know, gold might be 10.03 or something like that. I feel like it's either barely 10 or just a tiny bit under 10. Either way, pretty darn good chance with this. He is a gold 10.72, 10.03 actually is the gold requirement. It's almost like I grinded Red Fox or something for a while. Hard shot him on the move, 70 meters with the Leperi 30-30, and we have this other one laying right up here. So that does mark the end of the Call of the Wild Predator Pursuit 2025. And I talked about it, I think, in the first video. These videos are being recorded ahead of time. That's a gold as well, not bad. Hit in the tail, and then double lung on the follow-up. These videos are being recorded ahead of time for some November hunting, so it's fun to do stuff like this. You guys really enjoyed the deer tour last year. A lot of you guys asked for like a predator tour or something to that effect this year, and so long as I didn't miss any, that is every single predator species in the Hunter Call of the Wild, gold or better, and along the way, a couple of pretty cool trophies, couple rares, couple diamonds. Really cool to get to do this kind of thing, and on that note, that is going to do it for this video. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.